What you need to understand is that denim on denim, when it's mismatched like that, is trashy. You look like trash.
Oh, by the way, today I'm Grabby, Robbie's wife.
What are you guys' thoughts on Nerds gummy clusters?
Hey, and welcome back. When we last left off, Idubbbz had gone quiet for a couple of days. The next day, on January 24th, and Ian announced the next 90-day Fiancé stream.
We're gonna have Anisa on in an hour or so, and we're gonna watch him 90 Day.
Anisa would then let us know about her shirt. Great content, I know.
The Freak Cast is gonna comment on on wearing PJs.
I want to say, I have a child in my life, not my child obviously, but I have a child in my life, and whenever I wear this shirt, they always say that this is mommy snake and this is daddy snake, and this one's
Garnish. Thank you.
this one's baby snake, and then this one's auntie snake.
Dude,
or TT snake.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so they all
it does
mommy,
make
daddy,
sense.
Baby and TT.
I feel like that's usually how it's kind of organized. It's a little bit of a hierarchy, right? It's like the parents are up here.
Yeah.
And then it goes down.
Yeah, baby snake.
Yeah.
When starting the reaction stream, Ian said he needs to buy Anisa a mic and a mic stand. But remember, they have 2 more mics that they use for the bog. Ian and Anisa are both that lazy they would rather drop $600 as opposed to, moving the microphone.
Yeah, it's because I'm retaining water.
That's probably as good as I could do there. I definitely need to get a new mic arm for us. I need to get 2 mics.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think that's how we'll do it.
Cocaine helps PMS. That's good to know.
Anisa also told us about her explaining femboys to her family and how they did not understand it.
Fun.
Imagine explaining this bullshit anywhere else in the world. Yeah.
I tried to explain femboys
Oh, yeah.
to my family. They couldn't get it.
Yeah.
They couldn't connect it to the shooter. It was like their brain just couldn't come.
Yeah, because it's not like, especially if you're hearing it for the first or second time, it's kind of like, this clearly isn't real life.
Yeah.
But it's real life for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Suddenly transmogging feels like a slur. That's crazy. That's true. Do you know what transmogging is?
Oh, isn't that like Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah. It's like transmutation. I think it's maybe more used in like transmogrification, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a WoW term, I think.
Idubbbz would then show us how to make a mask he used to use in Airsoft, a mask that Anisa said looked racist. Seriously, this is Ian of Arabia.
Airsoft matches.
Really?
Yeah, to protect me.
Okay. Well, we're learning something. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, all right. This is me when I'm doing the curly girl method for my hair. And now you just look like a racist caricature of a Muslim man.
You know what? There's something, I remember it coming over my face. I forget how it goes. If you are on like Airsoft forums.
Doesn't he look like a,
I think there's a way.
This is literally like a 1950s.
No, shut up.
Depiction of Arab men.
I think I wrapped it too much.
Okay.
It's something like,
Arab
it was pretty
men.
easy. You put your face through the neck hole? Oh, that makes sense. I don't remember it being like that, though.
Right. We're Arab maxing in this house.
Oh, that is it.
Oh! What? Okay, that you're a hijabi now.
Yeah.
Mashallah, he's a hijabi! Oh. Now you're burqa.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you could do this with any t-shirt.
I'm kind of scared of you right now. Oh, God! Oh, my God.
While covering the Mati situation, both Ian and Anisa somehow octupled down, saying the clip Mati and Stevie saw was out of context.
Obsessions, like, can't really help that. But, other people aren't aware of the history.
Yeah.
or the background of any of this.
And I also understand that it hurts. You know, I mean, we've been online for a long time. It hurts to see somebody have an opinion about you, especially when you see a small clip and it's like not representative of you, or it's not how you feel, or you feel like you're being like wronged. And I'm not going to fault him for wanting to come on a platform and like say like, this is fucked up. You know, he has every right to feel like, you know, upset with Americans telling him how to feel about things. I'm not going to take that from him. I think he has every right to be upset about that. So I'm not mad about it. I get it. But I hope he knows that like you, we love you and you have your, you know, your right to feel a certain way. But I still think 90 Day Fiancé was fucked up for editing it that way and asking you to probably say things that you probably wouldn't have said if you didn't have people following you around and filming it.
Yeah. And also, it's one of these things where I'm not, like, if someone's in a marabou, that is, like...
I'll laugh at all of marabous
that is
forever.
that is their choice. Like, I can't say that I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
And you aren't going to fucking call me an Iranaboo.
Yeah.
All right?
Also...
You know, you gotta be critical of all governments and all regimes.
Yeah.
You never hear the producers. It's so rare.
Yeah.
So for them, in that moment, to be like, you're safe here.
So
it's different here.
It's different
Speak
here.
up. It's fine.
We just shoot people 20 times in the streets here. Don't worry. Well, I think what pissed me off was like he was bad-mouthing Iran throughout the whole episode, and then at the end he was like, I'm scared to be critical because of what will happen to my family. And then the producer goes, it's okay.
Go ahead. And it's like, that's not what the point he was making.
He already was bad. Like, I was just like, why are we even...
Yeah, totally. That was kind of a pointless insertion. It's like, he's not worried about what the U.S. will do to him in this moment.
Yeah.
Or like, it's like, no, what happens if he goes back? What happens to his family?
It was exploitative. Yeah. It's very exploitative.
We then learned about Gabby's wife, Grabby.
Oh, by the way, today I'm Grabby. Grabby's wife.
Didn't need to marry me.
Grabby?
I'm Grabby.
Oh, that's cute. Here,
Yeah.
I think I have to go back here.
I'm Grabby, Grabby's wife. And
Grabby and Grabby.
Want to marry me?
This is my wife, Grabby. Okay, there we go.
We're married. Dobby lives in our basement, and we tolerate it.
Yeah, he lives in our basement.
Our basement. And he spends a lot of time
On
online,
Fortnite.
on forums that he shouldn't be.
Anisa then told us about the pros of her OF. Look at Ian. Even he can't believe this.
I'm a sex worker. Unfortunately, there's a rule. Never get into a relationship with a client. It never ends good. I've met really cool people while working, but this rule needs to stick.
That must be really difficult, I imagine, because I feel like the beautiful thing about sex work is that you get to like bond with people who are, you know, maybe having a hard time or, you know, needing human connection in a world, in a place where like it's really lacking. And I'm sure that you do connect with some people really heavily. And it probably is really hard to keep that rule in place, but you're right. It is like a power dynamic upon meeting each other that way that I feel like for a lot of people, it's not something you can like get over. So damn, that is a gold ass watch he's wearing. Jesus.
Anisa would then tell us how she used to be able to get a job anywhere and how that's not the case anymore.
It used to be my world back in the day, like when it was in person applying, because one thing I do know about myself is that I come off very charismatic. So if I'm in person applying for jobs, I knew I could get the job, but now I think I would really suffer because I don't have very many qualifications. It was my ability to look capable in the application process.
Right.
So now I wouldn't be able. I think it'd be very hard for me to get.
We then learned that Anisa is the one that owns their house and that they're both against prenups.
By either me or by him, but not each other. But mostly that's because of for example, like homes here, Americans can't buy homes. So it's, you know, I did that. But, like, it doesn't, because we trust each other and there's no worry, like, he's not worried about, you know, same thing with I mean, and like, I think we're kind of the opposite, where like I'm your trust whatever person, and you get all of my stuff, and like it's just we don't. Well, there's no trust issues.
I also think just in general, it's like there's a lot of things about like the prenup discussion. Like his daughter's really harping on the prenup thing, and it's like, what is your like I don't see anything wrong with him not getting a prenup. Like this woman like had his child, and like I don't see his child any more deserving of his money or his assets than she is.
Anisa then told us how if it wasn't for capitalism, there would be no motherhood. This is by far one of the dumbest things she has ever said.
That's why it's just kind of bullshit, because you can't see the work in the same exact way.
And that's the trick of capitalism, right? Like women have been forced to do this unspoken labor, this unseen labor that helps raise the next labor force, and the men they sell their body to the capitalist. Women sell their body to their child and their husband. The man serves it to the capitalist, and the women it's not valued. It's not valued. So you get fucked.
The next day on January 25th, and Ian had the worst idea I've ever seen in my life. Ian believes that cars should have a brake light to let the people in front of you know that you're hitting the brakes, and a timer that would be put on your car to let people know exactly how long your car's been running.
We heard ages ago my suggestion for improving cars on the road, and that suggestion was a light on like the top of the car or something that gave an indication when the brake was being pressed. So brake lights, but for visible 360 degrees around the car. Even more ideal than that, it's a brake light. But it's a brake light for people who aren't just behind you. A brake light for people who are in front of you, for pedestrians to kind of get an idea if you're braking or not. Honestly, one of my best ideas ever. Okay, not to toot my own horn. I don't think people understand the benefit of that. Even in the world where we have autonomous cars and all the cars are perfect, still having brake lights, an indication that a car traveling very fast is slowing down, is useful. What about an LED strip light that goes around your whole car? Yes, that's also good, DeMero. I feel like on top will be the cheapest way of doing it, though. What about the blind? Oh my God. Okay, you guys are spiking my cortisol very effectively. New idea that goes along with the brake light that everyone can see. It could be a strip around the car. It could be something on the top of the car. But what it is, either one of two things. Either it indicates how long your car has been on for, right? Or it gives an indication of how many miles or kilometers you've been driving. Why? Shut up, I'm getting to it. The reason that you would display the time or the miles driven is so that when you are interfacing with other cars on the road and you have to make a decision on whether to let someone into your lane or not or whatever, you can make it with a little bit more sound judgment. For instance, if you're just getting your day started and you've been on the road for 1 minute and 30 seconds, I want someone on the highway to basically be able to say, you're a newbie. You haven't been on the, you're just getting started, okay? Therefore, I'm not giving you the right of way. I'm not allowing you in the zipper merge, okay? Also, if you see someone who's doing their 3-hour commute, Ian needs criteria to have empathy. If you see someone doing their 3-hour commute, you can be like, oh shit, you're the king of the road, brother. You're king of the road. I'm letting you in. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to, like, judge whether someone is on their last leg or not. You know what I mean? Like, welcome to the Anthony Henday Battle Dome. This is a very California thought process. Okay, it is.
I'm also going to throw in a pretty funny statement in here that I'm going to play absolutely out of context.
I have shit in my pants. Please help me.
While playing Silent Hill, Ian said that he was thankful he can change the difficulty of the puzzles.
I've never played a Silent Hill game. Let me just say that from the start. The fact that they allow you to adjust the difficulty of puzzles is amazing. I want to be nice to you guys, though. I want to keep it at standard, all of this shit. I'm not going to go pizza box head.
The next day, on January 26th, an Ethan Klein reacted to Hasan Piker getting accused of being a Fed during the Minnesota protests.
I have some funny Hasan clips of him LARPing a minute.
Oh.
They're pretty fun. They're fun. You want to watch one? Here, I'll pull up one real fast. And you can decide if we should keep watching. We'll go
Me?
one for one. Yes, you. Hasan in his cop fit.
You repeat it, okay? What side you're on? And then after that...
What side am I on?
Someone thinks he's a Fed because he's dressed so utterly ridiculous that he has to be a Fed. I'm a socialist. That's what a Fed would say, bitch. You look so ridiculous.
Yeah.
They think you're a Fed, bro.
Do I look like an op?
Yes.
What do you think you look like?
And you know what the irony is? He is.
Oh my god.
I got the red star on my...
Yeah, exactly. Why are you walking around with...
Look. See this?
Yeah. That's what I was kind of asking.
Oh, this is so good.
On his own stream that day, Ian would do another one of his Music Monday streams, starting out talking about the cuck chair once again.
What happened to the cuck chair? I decided to move it back here. I do have like a kind of a nice area for it there, but it doesn't really make for good decoration.
Ian would also bully his dog on stream for having to wear a diaper after going through chemotherapy.
Yeah, Fiona's a diaper baby. Point and laugh at the diaper baby. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. You're ugly. You're ugly. You wear a diaper. Ha 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 ha. Whoa, diaper baby wants attention.
That was it for that day, but the next day on January 27th, an Idubbbz found a way to make everything worse, literally cursing God on stream.
Dude, hell yeah. Sometimes I say, fuck you, God, and I do middle fingers to the sky. I say, fuck you, God, suck my dick, God.
Idubbbz then let us know they got yet another pet, this time a beta fish.
Yeah, Anisa has fish OCD right now, where we got this beta fish, and the beta fish, she's so worried about it. Like, she did the water testing, she did all the right stuff, but we're finding out the fish's personality, and this fish likes to hide. You know, it's in a big tank. It's like, what, a 10 or 11 gallon tank? And so there's plenty of places the little fucker can go. The fish's name is the Rizzler, okay? But she's worried that she fucked it up. So she's like, checking on him constantly, and it's like, oh, he's not coming out. Because when we first put him in there, I will say, he was zooming around, he was doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but now he's just like nowhere to be seen. But I think that's a good thing because, to be honest, I don't want to always look at the Rizzler. I want to be able to look at a plain, beautiful tank.
Idubbbz then let us know it was not cool to shoot Bud Light cans during a boycott, when, if you remember, he painted a garden gnome to look like Keemstar and then shot it in the desert.
It's not tough. It's not cool. Like, objectively, it's not cool. You're trying to, like, put on a show. It's not nonchalant. It's very chalant. And it's very awkward. It's always crickets in these videos. It's not like they ever have, like, they're in a cool environment and, like, the bros are hanging out. It's always, like, it's them alone on their fucking property in the middle of South Carolina or wherever the fuck this is. I hate it. There's too much to hate about videos like this. Taking it so far as to shooting it with a gun, it's very extra. I almost wouldn't be offended if this guy just like had a Bud Light and he, I don't know, like crush the can in his hand or something. Taking out an assault rifle and like spraying at it. It's like my brain goes to like, he set all of this up. He had the thought like this is so extra.
We then heard something that's actually pretty funny. A Sonics employee one time recognized Ian while they were at the drive-thru and tried to have a heart-to-heart with him.
A military discount, and then also at that same guy, bring the band stuff to you, and he started like talking about it and apologizing for what you saw me in the car, and he went, sorry.
Yeah, there was this guy, I think it was Sonic?
Yeah, it was Sonic.
Yeah, I think it was a Sonic employee, and he was like, he brought the food out to the car, and he was like, it was during the OnlyFans time, and he was like apologizing or like feeling like sorry for me, like, oh man, so sorry what you're, going through this and that. And then he didn't even realize Anisa was there. he was like trying to have a heart to heart with me. and then he realized Anisa was there. And he's like, oh, sorry. It was very strange.
The next day on January 28th, an Ethan Klein would cover an older clip of Ian hitting a homeless person with his car that had resurfaced.
Skipped even who's a bigger friend of the show, Idubbbz. Idubbbz made the Goofs and Gaffs.
Wow.
This is a old clip of him admitting to hitting a homeless person. And so this is like a I know what you did last summer situation.
I hit a homeless guy with my car.
Hey, okay, hang on. What?
Were you taking tips from Chad, were you?
Certainly not. It was an accident.
That's what he tells the cops.
I was joking. I was making a really difficult turn where the sun was like in my eyes, and then there was like this patch of shade where the homeless guy was perfectly crossing the street. So he was almost like invisible to me.
As all homeless people out of society.
Roasted. He was already not funny. You can feel the fake laughter, and just the way they're humoring him is radiating off this.
I had the booger.
As this mulleted, mustached weirdo shows up, who is this, and what did you do with Idubbbz? Yeah.
Later that day, the Kino Casino would go live talking about Ian. Let's get some highlights in, shall we?
Ian Jama, a.k.a. Anisa the succubus's personal slave f***ing bish.
Oh, look at Ian. Oh, man. And he doesn't even know where he is.
He doesn't have any clue where he is or what time it is or what's happening.
He doesn't even know it's Tuesday. Yeah.
At the beginning of this relationship, Idubbbz was in total control of everything. And he set a lot of boundaries for Anisa. Like, she wasn't to be a part of his content. She wasn't to sell her body to other men. She wasn't to publicly humiliate him and tell everybody that he poos his pants. And he actually was like the man in the relationship, and he called the shots, and he was in charge of the finances. And then slowly over time, Anisa completely eroded that, destroyed this person's self-confidence, and broke him completely. And now he's nothing but like a sad, sycophantic puppy dog. And sad.
Bro, he should have never had her part of his career or streaming or whatever. He got too comfortable with that. And now look at this shit. This is pathetic.
Okay, so this is a sad situation. So Idubbbz and Anisa have this dog, Fiona. Unfortunately, the dog has got cancer, I think 4 or 5 years of age.
Brutal.
They're, rather than putting down the dog, putting it through chemotherapy. Now, there's mixed opinions on, giving the dog chemotherapy. Some people have said they've had really good outcomes. Other people have said it prolongs the dog's suffering and it's kind of selfish. But I feel like this is a circumstance where it's not really going so well for the dog because the dog has now lost total control of its bowels and is now pooing and peeing all over the place on a constant basis, to where Idubbbz has now put a diaper on his dog. And we haven't really commented on this much because it's not really funny. It's just kind of sad. Anyway, he's going to make fun of this dog.
Yeah, Fiona's a diaper baby. Point and laugh at the diaper baby. Ha ha.
Well, it's not really funny.
No.
Like it's not funny. Like I was trying to make it lighthearted and fun, but like the dog has cancer.
I don't even.
The dog's lost control of its bowels, and you're making like I don't know. Like he was always like making fun of cancer and being in the cancer crew or whatever, but now he has empathy and he's politically correct. And you'd figure he'd realize that people don't want him to talk disparaging, even in a joking way, about a dog that's suffering, you know?
You're ugly.
What?
You're
what
ugly.
the fuck?
You wear a diaper.
What's wrong with him? This is crazy, isn't it?
I didn't
Like,
think I could hate him more.
This is Mr. Empathy, right? This is Mr. Moral Superiority.
No, this is actually
better than everyone else.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Funny.
Here we have Idubbbz realizing that he has brain damage. So he's actually reacting to himself. And for the first time, subjecting himself to what he's subjecting all of us to, which is his low-level brain-dead content. And he's like looking in the mirror. He's like, this isn't right.
Oh my God, what the... That wasn't as bad as I thought. And it also seemed like I was delayed in that reaction.
Yeah, he's
what the
delayed. Like his reaction, he's pointing out things slow in the brain and can't process things right. Holy! Brain is delayed! Even he's concerned! He didn't realize how bad it was!
Bro, first of all, you're rewatching yourself and you know a jump scare is coming. So obviously it's not as scary. Right?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. Secondly, why would you say like, wait, that was a delayed response? And it's like, that's fucking unhinged. Unhinged.
Dude, old white grandmas, man. They just make me violent.
Okay, pause.
What?
I think that there's no group of people on earth that I like more than old white grandmas.
They're so sweet and nice and cute and like, hey, how are you?
I feel like everyone likes grandma.
Yeah.
You know? Like the big thing during was you gotta stay inside for grandma. We can't let grandma die. It was very effective on people because people love grandma and have fond memories of their own grandmothers. Like
it makes you violent.
Like, this is the guy who lectures us on empathy. Like he wants to hurt old white women who love their And by the way, like I think that's their mixed race grandchild. It looks like.
Yeah.
So they're literally celebrating like the post-racial society that liberalism is supposed to want. Like there's like this is literally like the liberal ideal of loving and embracing your mixed race grandchild. And they have a problem with that for some reason.
The next day on January 29th, and Britney Venti would make a video on Anisa with some real girl drama. We need to do highlights of this because I cannot describe this stuff.
Today, the defendant Pernisa Jomha, formerly known as Idubbbz's girlfriend, is being charged for the mistreatment of her male wife, formerly Idubbbz. In Exhibit G4, we can see that Pernisa is talking about how much her and Hasan, or nephew, have in common.
I will tell you also, like, the first time I met Hasan was on an Austin show stream. I had never met somebody who had almost identical politics to me, and everything that he was saying or I was saying, it was like the other person was like very much in agreement.
And we also see her explaining how her male husband doesn't understand their connection.
Started running with it, and I think you were kind of like, you already don't really like to talk, so you just didn't really get the experience that you should have gotten. So I think I should stay off next time and let you kind of just do it.
That's fair.
Just for cross-reference, her male wife pulls about 150 viewers live streaming. Well, maybe your male wife would have had viewers for you to brag about too if you didn't ruin his career. And what do you know about marketing? You got these dumpster graffiti tattoos all over your body when your moneymaker is your naked body on OF. And here you are talking about incels? Why are you talking about incels? Who do you think buys your pictures?
As he can. I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
Why do your followers need to know that, Anisa? Maybe he's shitting himself because of the food you feed him that's so bad that he's spitting it out. You thought this was a good idea? To have your male wife dress as transgender Dobby? You couldn't just have him stand on a chair and be taller than him. You had to make him get on his knees. I know what you're doing, Anisa. You slowly turned up the heat of the water so he doesn't realize he's being boiled alive by you. You're making him play dress up, hold up a trans flag. You're trying to stick something up his behind. You're trying to ease your male wife into the idea of going on OF and sell pictures of his theoretical balls. Anisa saw this and tried to emulate her or skinwalk her, going as far as to chop all of her hair off, which, by the way, does an amazing job at emphasizing her pear-shaped head. Anisa just doesn't have the facial features petite enough to pull it off. It's just such a blunt, bottom-heavy haircut. The bangs are cut too thick for her face. Lord Farquaad did it better. If you're gonna copy her, how about you do it right and swap out your fake denim jacket for a real button-up like she did? What you need to understand is that denim on denim, when it's mismatched like that, is trashy. You look like trash. You look like hot garbage. Your textures are redundant, and it makes it very uninteresting, Anisa. Hashtag personality. Hashtag song of the day. Hashtag vibing. Anisa and her male wife got matching tattoos, completing the trinity of destroying her male wife's mind, body, and soul. I just don't understand. Why would you want to look like a bathroom at a dive bar? Look how uneven the lines are on the webbing. It has wonky eyes. I don't know which way they're looking. And what's that on your leg? You have duplicate tattoos? What'd you start having to repeat them because you ran out of someone to copy off of?
We used to have fights, and I would shut down because, like, I would revert back to like a 5-year-old, basically.
Right, there is a word.
There's a word for that. But
baby mode.
yeah, when I become baby mode, I used to go back into like 5-year-old mode, and then I would get to the point where I'd be like, "Stop the car! I need to get out of the car." And like it was always in the most inopportune times. It was like the side of the road.
Now this is impulsive oversharing if I've ever seen it. She talks about getting out of cars, storming off, hoping a car hits her, and saying that she age regresses into a 5-year-old child. You're having your male wife eat mystery slop off of a cardboard box so he can afford your ratty hair extensions that look like they were scotch taped to your head. Your extensions look so bad that even guys notice. Do you know how bad your extensions have to be for guys to notice?
Later that day, Hasan Piker was banned off Twitch. This was over him calling Jews Zionist pigs, and this is his response. Israel's censorship regime, DHS, has lists of American domestic terrorists that they surveil on the basis of their anti-Israel and anti-ICE activism. If you cover it, you'll get banned over frivolous rules that ADL will establish ahead of time. Surely this will make people love Israel. Ethan Klein would then respond saying this: "How hard is it not to call someone a Zionist pig? The rule was made because of him, and he still can't control himself." This isn't some meta-commentary about pro-Palestine voices being suppressed. It's really about one hateful dumbass who has been handled with white gloves and given every opportunity not to get banned. Regardless, commence the whining and conspiracy theorizing. The next day on January 30th, and the Kino Casino reacted to Venti's clips. Again, this was very long, so we're going to do more highlights.
According to my courtroom documents, the Kino Casino were the ones to popularize laughing at the joint.
Whoa, buddy! Let's go! Finally, the recognition we deserve.
Right? Finally, goddamn.
I'm so close to feeling bad for him. Like, I'm so close.
I almost feel bad every time until I see him say something that angers me, and then I go, no. He deserves worse.
I feel like there's only like a real bitch mean girl can pull together this sort of hater aura and energy.
Yeah.
You know, putting this much time into it, you know? Like Britney Venti has been plotting Anisa's downfall for some time now. She's been waiting for just the right moment to strike.
If you're gonna copy her, how about you do it right and swap out your fake denim jacket for a real button-up like she did? What you need to understand is that denim...
This is the shit we can't do. We had to bring in the special enforcer. He's like, that is so last season, bitch. Oh my God.
On Denim when it's mismatched like that
This
is
is gonna hurt Anisa more than anything anyone could say. Mismatched Denim? You blind, dumb bitch. What were you thinking? Mismatched Denim alert!
That was it for that day, but the next day, on January 31st, Ian would go live, starting out telling us how he wasn't happy his mods weren't in his chat while he was not streaming, just to let people know he wouldn't be streaming that day.
Salutations, Denny's patrons. Welcome back to another stream. I'm adjusting the volume of the desktop audio. Hope you don't mind. And now we're in it. Hello, everyone. We weren't here yesterday. I'm sorry for anyone who showed up yesterday and we didn't even have a single mod in the chat to say, oh, by the way, we're striking today. We're on strike. But we were on strike yesterday. It wasn't the Discord, though, for what it's worth. If you want to join the Discord, that's where you can get announcements and kind of know if the stream is happening. So yeah, there's that. And then I saw in the Discord after the fact. Okay. Well, usually, yeah, I mean, you come in here at like varied times. Although it's hard because some chatters just like, they'll chat not when they come in, but when they have something to say. So it fucks with my interpretation of when people show up.
Anisa then started talking about Ian's beard, calling it lesbian coded, whatever that means.
Maybe because my beard is not... I have to put a lot of effort into getting a beard going.
Your beard is lesbian coded.
Oh.
I'm butch coded to a lot of...
True.
Ian then showed us his new song. Even Anisa could not listen to this.
So I just made a silly beat with it.
I like to make safe sex. Open your boob.
By the way, these chords are all kinds of fucked up. The robot is saying, open your boob and close your boob repeatedly. Open your boob, close your boob. Yeah.
I heard him recording that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt bad, so I left the house because I felt like...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You were affecting it.
Yeah, I didn't want you to know that I was in the house.
No, I just needed to get past. There was a speed bump that I ran into that I didn't really realize.
He was getting really mad at it. I could tell. And I was like, ooh, maybe I should.
Yeah.
Anisa then told us if you're against prostitution, you're a misogynist, and apparently it's no different than men fighting in the UFC.
Becomes more of a moralist, but the morals of like anti-sex work is rooted in misogyny. Like the moral compass of like sex work bad it's like heavily misogynistic, right? Like that whole conversation is around that. Mm-hmm. The idea that like we don't have that concept for like men that join the UFC, right? Who give up their bodies to have them pummeled into paste. But we talk about women being harmed in sex work and like it's the worst thing ever. And it's, I agree that having people's bodies be used and abused very young before they can co-sign and really understand what they're doing to themselves is bad, but it's very one-sided and it comes from a lot of misogyny instead of like actually looking at the
Hey, Obesity. Good to see you.
After that was over, Ian would then join a charity stream. Let me tell you right now, this was the worst thing I've ever seen him do in my life. Who does he think this would appeal to?
Works.
Oh, Idubbbz.
Hey, gamers, can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to be disabling my OBS stuff so you can see me as well.
Okay.
As far as, okay, I see, yeah. Cool. But yeah, you are coming through loud and clear.
Okay.
I mean, do you want... Idubbbz, do you want to me to end the stream that I'm doing and you kind of kickstart the stream collab, or we can do
yeah, I don't know how it usually goes.
So one of the things that we do is combine the chats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm keen to do that.
Okay, cool. I can hear Idubbbz stream on your headphones.
I've never had a candy like that before.
Yeah,
it's their peak.
Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on Nerds gummy clusters?
Nerds gummy clusters are the best. Have you had them with brie?
With brie? Yeah, I mean, we like jam and shit with our brie and our cheeses, so I can imagine gummy clusters with it. Sure.
I mean, I go crazy for like grapes and brie.
Okay.
That's something like. I was gonna say like some white trash kind of vibe, but it's not because it's with brie.
It's brie. It's got to be classy. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's a good pairing.
Damn.
Also, yes.
A couple of hours later, and Ian would then end it off with some Big Bang Theory talk about how artistic it is.
Last video, like, guys, what do you think about the start of the universe? But yeah, I had a friend who was like really into the show and would like religiously watch every single episode of The Big Bang Theory and then would like quote it. And I can't lie. She was like maybe this is because my dad was like really, really into Breaking Bad when it was out. Like I have so many people in my life that are like so into shows, and they would be like, same thing with Game of Thrones. I had people that were like so into it. And whenever people in my life are so into a show and they're like watching it and quoting it and everything, I cannot watch that show at that moment.
So Big Bang Theory, as you said, as you said, you like to watch them after the hype has died down and, the full thing's completed. Big Bang Theory, the hype has died down. All 12 seasons
talking about my thoughts on Big Bang Theory.
Are finished. All 12 seasons are finished, okay?
Yeah.
So this means that it's one of the best times to watch it. Because not only do you have the spin-off show Young Sheldon, there's another one called Marion Susie by a Zoo or something like that. It's Big Bang Theory related. And there's a new one coming out called some Stewart Fails to Save the Universe. That's going to be on HBO Max. So you got 3 new things coming out. We're way past... there's a lot of reasons. And so what I would challenge people to do is go into the show not thinking that, basically thinking that the creators and the actors are very aware that is like an over-the-top parody of nerd culture.
Here's my thing.
Madison, he genuinely loves Big Bang Theory, and he's afraid to admit he loves it. That's why it seems like he's messing.
He's afraid to admit it.
Don't be silly, chat. Justin Bieber, whatever the popular thing is,
True. Jojo Siwa.
And it's a lot of people just going with the flow, and it feels very easy to speak on it, but there's a lot of hidden gems in Big Bang Theory.
I see.
For the sake of the art. So can you argue the artistic prevalence of the Big Bang Theory? Since I can tell that you're very passionate about it.
I could go all day long on this.
The artistic medium, the artistic value that the Big Bang Theory brings to mind. I know you talked a lot about the nerd kind of culture and value that Big Bang Theory really brings to life.
Big Bang Theory is a show and a study and a reflection of people, a variety of people. It starts out as just a group of nerds who are very lost, very confused, but they all share one thing in common. They're lost and confused, and they want a partner. And so all of them are going about it in their different ways. You have Sheldon, the Bazinga guy. He is the most autistic of the bunch, but they never label him as autistic. They never say that this is an autistic character. We just have to, assume the whole time that he is, a bit different in some kind of way. And they do the same thing on the show where they're like, we're going to, treat him kind of differently because he's a bit of a narcissistic asshole. and he doesn't realize that. And you're learning about these characters as they go along. One of them is like kind of a very chauvinist pig type of guy, but then you realize like over time, like he has a very emotionally incestuous relationship with his mom. And then you see him in his current relationship kind of replaying this relationship that he has with his mom unintentionally. And so they have their ups and downs and their things that they go through. The main character and the what would you call her? The hot chick of the show, Penny. She is like this other guy's love interest, Leonard, and they have their own dynamic between them. So you're seeing all these different characters find their partners or not find their partners, and how they're progressing over time as they get deep into their 30s. Their friends are having kids. They're feeling left behind. They're feeling like a little bit lonely, confused. And so it's a lighthearted, silly show, but there's a lot of like deep, interesting, very human stories that they're telling along the way. And sometimes you have to have a little silly, stupid nerd joke in there so that the boomer parents who are watching it for that, they're like, haha, that's just like my little Billy, who, by the way, Billy's autistic. Okay. And they didn't get him diagnosed. They're just like, oh, this is so relatable and awesome. Finally, a show that gets me and my child.
Ending this video off, in a clip of Hasan Piker resurfaced of him finding out that Ian deep-throated his mic and he was not happy about it. This comes from the I Miss the Old Idubbbz subreddit.
All right.
I did not know he did that to my microphone.
Making a content cop on H3.
And honestly, that was it for this one, but don't worry, because we're going to be getting back to this real soon. As always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon. But wait, what's this?
Joey got it for the people of America. I am never going to financially recover from